Chosen one, you are not imagining it. The heaviness you've been carrying, the sense of being pulled back, that silent pressure on your chest when you think about them, it's not just emotional, it's spiritual weight. And the universe is done letting you pretend you don't feel it. Tonight, you're not just being asked to reflect, you're being asked to release. Because Sept 16 is not an ordinary day. It's a spiritual checkpoint, a cosmic mirror, and it will expose everything you've been avoiding. Someone in your orbit is draining your elevation, not by shouting, not by cursing, but by simply existing in your field, unaligned, unaccountable, unwilling to evolve. This is your sign, chosen one. Letting go isn't cruelty, it's clarity. And clarity is exactly what Sept 16 will demand. You see, this isn't about blame or bitterness. This is about bandwidth. Your energy is your currency, and right now, someone is overspending it. Without permission, without apology. Maybe it's a friend who only reaches out when they need something. Maybe it's a relationship that only works when you overfunction. Maybe it's a conversation that keeps circling but never resolves. Whatever, or whoever it is, they don't belong in your next level, and your higher self already knows it. But the human part of you, the loyal part, the hopeful part, is still trying to carry what the universe is clearly asking you to drop. Why? Because you think healing them is part of your purpose. Because you think loyalty means staying, even when it hurts. Because you think letting go makes you heartless. But chosen one, letting go doesn't make you heartless. It makes you whole. This message has reached you for a reason. Your soul is being prepared for clarity. But clarity can't land where confusion is still being entertained. So here's your invitation. Step out of emotional survival mode. Step into energetic leadership. Sept 16 is a cosmic portal, a call for purification. And anything or anyone in your space who clutters your clarity must now be addressed, not with anger, but with alignment. Now, let's go deeper. Have you noticed how tired you feel after talking to this person? How you second-guess yourself after every interaction? How your glow seems to dim just a little more every time you give them another chance? That's not a coincidence. That's energetic feedback. Your spirit has been trying to get your attention through restlessness, through emotional exhaustion, through dreams that leave you uneasy, through moments of peace that are always followed by them. Your intuition has been whispering, "This isn't mutual. This isn't healthy. This isn't meant to come with you." But you've been ignoring it, or brushing it off as a rough patch, or convincing yourself they'll change. Eventually. But chosen one? What if they won't? What if their role in your story was never meant to be lifelong? What if they were only supposed to walk a few chapters with you, and you've been forcing them to stay in a story they've already outgrown? This is the level of clarity Sept 16 will demand. Not just emotional clarity, but spiritual discernment. Because the truth is, some people don't hate your glow. They just hope you keep dimming it for them. They don't want to see you fall. They just don't want you to rise so far that they can't reach you anymore. And in your heart, you already know it. That subtle jealousy, that discomfort when you speak too confidently, that silence when you win, that passive energy when you evolve, it's all been there, in plain sight. But love made you blind. Loyalty made you quiet. And now, the universe is making you choose. Will you protect their comfort or your clarity? Because you can't do both anymore. You see, Sept 16 will feel heavy if you're still holding what needs to be released, but it will feel liberating if you walk in prepared. And that's why this message is reaching you early. You're being given time, not just to recognize the weight, but to set it down. To say, I choose me. I choose alignment. I choose clarity over comfort. I choose peace over patterns. Because you are not here to shrink. You are not here to stay stuck. You are not here to be emotionally affordable to people who refuse to evolve. You are here to vibrate higher. And sometimes that means walking away from what you once prayed for. It's not betrayal, it's completion. Chosen one, let's go even deeper now, because what's coming is not just about release. It's about realignment. You see, this isn't just a personal phase, this is a planetary adjustment. The energies around Sept 16 will press hard on the areas where you're still not being honest with yourself. This is not punishment, it's purification. You will be asked, who are you becoming? And what, or who, is preventing that evolution? And no, this isn't just about cutting people off. That's surface-level work. This is about cutting cords. Cords of guilt. Cords of responsibility that aren't truly yours. Cords of identity that were formed in trauma, not truth. Because what you're letting go of isn't just a person. It's a pattern. A pattern of self-abandonment. A pattern of emotional tolerance. A pattern of staying connected to people who no longer connect with your purpose. Let's be clear. This is deep soul work. Because when you let go of the energy that weighs you down, you don't just create room for clarity. You create space for miracles. Clarity is expensive. It costs relationships. It costs comfort. It costs illusion. But chosen one, it buys you freedom. It buys you alignment. It buys you access to the version of you that doesn't second-guess her worth. So ask yourself, is this person you're holding on to a blessing or a block? When you speak your truth, do they lean in or do they flinch? When you grow, do they cheer for you or shift uncomfortably? When you're hurting, do they show up or disappear into silence? Because presence doesn't lie, and energy never lies. And right now, the universe is scanning your life, looking for what doesn't belong in the next phase. Sept 16 is a gate, a vibrational checkpoint, and if you walk through it carrying what no longer serves you, you'll feel it in your body, in your spirit, in your sleep, in your results. Resistance will rise, misalignment will sting, and your soul will keep pulling you back until you do the one thing you've been avoiding: letting go. And yes, it will hurt. Let's not pretend this is easy. You invested, you tried, you gave, you prayed, you wanted them to rise with you. But chosen one, you can't lose what's truly aligned, and you can't save what doesn't want to be saved. Sometimes love isn't enough. Sometimes potential is a trap. Sometimes the lesson isn't in fixing them, it's in freeing yourself. So here's what the universe is asking of you now. Don't beg for closure. Don't explain your healing. Don't justify your elevation. Let them misunderstand you. Let them call you distant. Let them say you've changed, because you have. And that change was not random. It was divinely orchestrated. This is a spiritual shedding, an identity detox. And the only thing required of you is obedience to your inner knowing. You've already been told, through your body, through your fatigue, through the peace that returns when they're not around, through the clarity that floods in when they're not texting. That's not coincidence. That's your soul speaking. And now, finally, you're being asked to listen. Chosen one. Sept 16 will draw a line in the energetic sand. You can step into alignment or stay in attachments. You can choose peace, or you can choose patterns, but you cannot have both. If you're wondering how you'll know who this message is about, pause, breathe, bring them to mind, and feel your body. Does it tighten or relax? Does it rise or sink? Does your spirit feel expansive or anxious? That is your answer. That is your clarity. Now don't betray it, because every time you ignore your inner wisdom to keep someone else comfortable, you delay your own breakthrough. And right now, the universe is trying to fast-track your alignment. But it can't do that if you're still clinging to what it's already removed. So tonight, chosen one, sit in stillness. Light a candle, write their name, and speak these words. Aloud, I release all energetic contracts that no longer serve me. I choose peace, truth, and divine clarity. I no longer confuse loyalty with self-sacrifice. I forgive them. I free them. I reclaim myself. And mean it. Then, get ready. Because once you release the weight, your glow will return. Your path will clear, and your frequency will rise like never before. Chosen one, you've come this far, and that alone speaks volumes. Most people never reach this point. They stay stuck in loops, convinced that holding on is strength. But you're starting to see that sometimes the real strength is in surrender. The days leading to September 16th are not about drama. They're about detox. Emotional, spiritual, energetic. The universe is clearing static, so you can hear your own soul again. And when that silence hits, you'll notice something. You're not empty, you're light. Because all that weight, that wasn't yours to carry. Those heavy conversations, those emotional debts, that responsibility for someone else's healing. You were never meant to haul their shadows through your light. That's why your body has been tired. That's why your nervous system feels overworked. That's why even small things feel overwhelming. It's not weakness, it's wisdom. Your system is rejecting what's misaligned. And Sept 16, it's when all of that culminates. Think of this day as an energy audit. Every connection will speak louder than ever. Through tension, through intuition, through dreams. And one connection in particular, it will reveal its true frequency. No more illusions, no more guessing, no more maybe next time. You'll see them clearly, painfully, completely. And once you do, you'll be faced with the choice again. Hold on, or level up. Remember, you're not judging them. You're just recognizing that your assignment and theirs are no longer aligned. And that's okay. Some people are karmic lessons, some are bridges, some are mirrors, and some are anchors. It's up to you to discern the difference. Here's something no one tells you. Letting go isn't just about people. It's about the version of you that attracted them. The version that didn't know her worth. The version that thought peace was earned. Not chosen. The version that overcompensated to avoid being abandoned. You are not her anymore. You don't have to carry her coping mechanisms. You don't have to replay her survival scripts. You can choose differently. Now. And you must. Because if you don't, the energy of September 16 will do it for you. You'll feel forced. You'll feel cornered. The tension will build until you break the cycle yourself, or it breaks you. But here's the gift: when you finally do let go, the energy will shift immediately. It might not feel euphoric at first. It might feel like grief. But give it a moment, because on the other side of that release is relief. A lightness in your chest, a clarity in your mind, a quiet joy that says, I'm back. Back in your body, back in your truth, back in your frequency. Chosen one. This is your spiritual rebalancing, and like any great realignment, it requires loss, but the kind of loss that makes room for your highest self to breathe again. Think of your energy like a sacred garden. You don't just let anything grow there. You pull the weeds, you prune the old branches, you protect the soil. Why? Because what you're planting now is legacy, not chaos, not confusion, not compromise. And some people, they walk around like beautiful vines, charming, familiar. But if left unchecked, they wrap around your dreams and choke them at the root. It's not personal. It's energetic. So ask yourself again, is this person watering you or draining you? And be honest, because this September, it's not about fantasy, it's about frequency. Who matches your frequency? Who honors your growth? Who sees your light and doesn't ask you to dim it? Those are your people. That is your tribe. And they are on the other side of this letting go. But they can't find you while you're still entangled in what's expired. So, here's your spiritual task for today. Unplug, sit in silence, write their name, write your truth, and then, with sacred intention, burn it. Release it into the ethers. Offer it to the divine. Seal it with this affirmation. I no longer carry what isn't mine. I no longer confuse. Love with weight, I release what's expired. Tandkur, welcome what's aligned. I am ready. Type, I am ready in the comments below. Let the universe see your agreement. Let your soul witness your declaration, because you didn't come this far to stay. Stuck in a loop, you came here to ascend, and sometimes ascension begins with an ending. Chosen one. You're stepping into one of the most important energetic thresholds of your recent journey. Not just emotionally, spiritually, karmically, cosmically. There are moments in time that act as spiritual magnets. They pull things out of hiding. They reveal what's been buried. They stretch the truth so wide that illusion has nowhere left to hide. September 16 is one of those moments. It's a frequency, checkpoint, a divine sorting. And anything or anyone out of alignment with your destiny is being exposed for exactly what it is. You may notice people from your past resurfacing, suddenly texting, calling, or liking old posts. This isn't random. It's energetic echo. The universe is testing your resolve. Have you really healed? Or will you reach back out of nostalgia and re-enter a contract you've already outgrown? Be mindful, be still, watch who comes forward, and notice how they feel in your body. Not your mind, your body. Because the body remembers truth long after the mind forgets. And if it feels heavy, cloudy, or suffocating, that's your sign. This chapter demands a higher level of discernment. Not everyone deserves access. Not everyone deserves an explanation. Not everyone deserves a second chance to prove why they never should have had the first and chosen one. You're learning something powerful right now. Closure isn't a conversation. It's a decision. A moment when you say, I'm done carrying this. I choose me. Because holding on to dead weight does more than slow you down. It alters your frequency. And when your frequency is distorted, your manifestations become delayed. Your peace becomes polluted. Your path becomes fogged. This is why clarity is non-negotiable. So if it hurts, let it hurt. But don't go back. Don't reopen the wound just to feel something familiar. Letting go is not the absence of love. It's the presence of self-respect. And the universe honors that. It mirrors your bravery. It aligns your reality with your choice. Right now, it's not about what they did. It's about what you're doing now to reclaim your energy. This next season doesn't require their apology. It requires your agreement with the truth. And the truth is, chosen one, you've outgrown the version of yourself that tolerated emotional fragments. You're ready for wholeness, for peace, for someone who doesn't dim your frequency, but amplifies it. So what happens after September 16? If you obey this inner pull, if you truly let go, a divine shift begins. You'll notice a release of tension in your chest. Softness in your spirit. Your creativity will return. Your sleep will deepen. Your intuition will grow louder. You'll begin to attract people, ideas, and opportunities that feel familiar to your soul, not your trauma. Because you've cleared the static, you've made room, and the universe rushes in to fill that space with something better. But if you ignore the signal, if you convince yourself to keep what you know you've outgrown, then the disconnection will continue. You'll feel spiritually disoriented. You'll chase clarity in chaos. You'll ask for signs and then reject them when they come wrapped in discomfort. That's not punishment. That's the energy of misalignment doing its job, to make you uncomfortable enough to move. Chosen one, you've been prepared for this moment for a long time. This isn't random. This isn't sudden. You were led here to this exact moment, this script, this reminder, this sacred pause to recalibrate your soul. You've been asking for next-level clarity. Well, clarity requires action, and action requires courage. So take one more breath. Let go of the fantasy. Let go of the what-if. Let go of the version of them that only exists in your imagination. And instead, choose what's real. Choose peace. Choose alignment. Say this out loud. Right now, wherever you are, I release all energetic contracts that pull me from my path. I choose clarity, peace, and divine alignment. I trust the separation. I trust the timing. I trust myself. And if your heart trembles as you say it, good. That's your soul waking up. You're not doing this alone. Your guides are near. Your higher self is proud, and the universe is already rearranging everything in your favor. Let Sept 16 mark your line in the sand. Not the day you broke down, but the day you broke free. The day you stopped shrinking for love. The day you stopped negotiating your truth. The day you became too powerful to be pulled back into emotional chaos. Chosen one, type "I'm ready" in the comments to seal this shift. If you felt this message even a little, leave 777 to let your guides know you're listening. And if you're walking this path of realignment and release, subscribe now, because what's coming next is clarity like you've never known, but only for those willing to make space for it. Let go, realign, and rise. Chosen one, if you're still here, if your heart is still open, if your spirit is still breathing through these words, then know this. This message wasn't just a video. It was a divine appointment. You were meant to hear this today. Not yesterday, not tomorrow. Today, when the weight became too loud to ignore. When the old story didn't feel safe anymore. When your soul whispered, "I'm ready." You didn't find this message by accident. Your spirit searched for this frequency. It bypassed the noise. It tuned into a signal that only the awakened can hear. Because deep inside you, there is a knowing, a pull, a fire. It says, this season cannot look like the last, and that starts with you, releasing the gravitational pull of what no longer serves. Let's be honest. You've carried people. You've explained yourself to exhaustion. You've watered gardens that never bloomed. Back, you've waited on clarity from people still unsure of themselves, and yet you stayed. But now your soul is asking for something deeper. Not loyalty rooted in survival, but alignment rooted in truth. And truth is uncomfortable. It will stretch you. It will strip you, but it will also set you free. On September 16, you'll be handed a moment. It may not come with fireworks. It may not be loud, but it will be clear. It might be a conversation that finally shows you their true heart. It might be a moment of silence where you feel their absence louder than ever. It might be your own reflection, tired of pretending. Whatever it is, trust it. Don't run from the ache. Don't numb it. Don't bury it in distractions or old coping mechanisms. Feel it, face it, free it, because you are not here to shrink into someone else's comfort zone. You are here to expand, to elevate, to embody the version of you that knows how. Sacred your peace really is, chosen one. Let me tell you what happens when you finally let go. The fog lifts, the anxiety fades, your nervous system stops. Flinching at familiar toxicity, you stop. Second-guessing your intuition, and suddenly, you remember who you are. You were never too much. You were just too awake for people still sleepwalking. You were never too sensitive. You just felt what others avoided. You were never asking for too much. You were just trying to live in alignment with what your soul has always known it deserves. And now, you're choosing to honor that. You're no longer apologizing for your growth. You're no longer shrinking to keep the peace. You're no longer pretending that chaos is love. You're letting go, not out of bitterness, but out of clarity. And that clarity, it will attract everything you've prayed for. But let me be honest, there will be moments where you miss them, where the silence feels louder than the noise, where you second-guess your decision. That's okay. Healing is not linear. Freedom is not always glamorous at first, but keep going, keep walking, keep choosing yourself, because on the other side of that loneliness is legacy. A legacy built on peace, on purpose, on partnerships that don't just want you, they see you, on relationships that speak your frequency fluently, that don't need you to explain your depth, that honor your sensitivity as sacred, not broken. So here's what I want you to do next. Chosen one, take a moment and sit with yourself tonight. Just you. No distractions, no scrolling, no performing. Ask yourself, what am I still holding on to that's holding me back? And then ask, who am I becoming if I finally release this? Let that vision anchor you. Let it become louder than the fear. Because you are not here to babysit anyone's potential. You are here to fulfill your prophecy. This season is about clarity, clean slates, cut cords, silent upgrades, and only the brave will cross this threshold with grace. So if you're ready, if you feel this in your spirit, type "I'm ready" in the comments. Let the universe know. Let your guides witness it. Let your future self say thank you for not waiting any longer. And if this video stirred something in you, if it gave you language for the silent war you've been fighting, if it reminded you of your own power, then make sure you subscribe. Because chosen one, this path is only beginning. And every single message on this channel is designed to walk with you. Through the grief, through the letting go, through the rise. Leave your angel numbers in the comments. 111 444 777. Let us know you're tuned in, that you're not going back, that you're stepping into alignment, no matter who can't come with you, because what's ahead is too powerful to be delayed by what's behind. You've carried others long enough. Now it's time to carry yourself with grace, with wisdom, with a frequency that cannot be shaken. You're not alone. You never were. And now, you're finally free.